Well, people often ask him why he chose this game. Something about that power saw and the sand running through my veins. Oh yeah, just the smell of the two-stroke. Yeah, yeah, all over through my veins.
Okay friends, we're at a place called VAR Steel. It's in Chemainus. It's a big operation. Well, it's not massive, but I'm at the steel place. I'm buying a couple of bars, 12-foot bars, all I can get. Steel's not cheap, friends. But so that's what we're doing. How you doing, Brandon?
Good, fine. How about you?
Doing good. Here comes these steel bars. So these are 1.5, friends. 1.5 by 1.5 by 3 cold steel. Must be nice. Nice setup, eh? Right dead square in the center. I think it's gonna work good. And then I got a rope. I got a couple of hooks. Should be good.
I like the name.
Oh, thanks.
I was looking at that earlier going, am I reading that right?
Yeah. Oh, I get called all kinds of things with that name.
I know. I was like, at first that's what I thought it said.
Yeah.
Nice cut.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. 67.
Cool.
Old Myrtle, we call her. Okay, friends. Here's our next culprits. I asked them to clear out all this because it was just completely skanky. Now, the reason I came down here is because we've got wind, and I actually think that I might come down and get a couple of these, friends, because the wind's blowing. Yeah, it's actually blowing this way. See, these Lombardy poplars, friends, they are like my wind gauge. I used to have one down at the end of my driveway, my neighbors, and see, you look at the firs, they're hardly moving. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, let's look here. Perfect example. See that? I mean, the firs are moving a little bit, but those Lombardis, they rock and roll, and they tell you what the wind is doing. And it's not blowing in the exact direction I would like. But it's actually not bad. I think I might go home and get a power saw, friends. I'm not joking, yes. As much as my arm might not be ready for this, but I mean, friends, these are monsters, and I can use a little bit of wind. I think it's working. See, look, well, they're rocking is what they're doing. They're rocking and rolling. But it's blowing, it's blowing this way, friends, like down here. If I had some sawdust or something, I'd flick it up in the air. Like you can see, I think it's blowing out of the north, which is blowing this way, but they've got to go out in the field. So I might, yeah, it is blowing a bit the wrong way, but still, those I can fall. That one's a little sketchy in the corner there. That's gotta go a long way. That's why I was hoping for a wind. Like, I gotta get that by targets, lots of targets. The swimming pool, it's coming out to here. This is where these are going. There's a hydro line here, but look at the wind. It is blowing, and I think it'll help me right now. These are tall. Look at that one at the back, friends. That's a killer tree. Okay, so yeah, see, it's blowing. What's that? Oh, it's a dog. Well, I'm not sure yet here, but Okay, friends, game face time. I gotta go grab power saws because the wind is blowing the right direction. If there's anybody out there that's ever felled Lombardy poplar or worked in Lombardy poplar trees, they freaking sway in the wind like you wouldn't believe. So I guess I'm just gonna wrap up my arm and go for it. I'm gonna utilize this wind. These people are going. These people are going on holidays next week. And if the wind changes, well, it's gonna suck because they want it done before they go. So we're gonna go do this. At least get a couple down anyways. There's 4 big monster trees to come down and all be bucked into firewood. So we'll go see. We'll go see how it goes here. There's my kid. All right, yeah, here we come. And it's still blowing in here because they got nothing behind them. So this is where, here they are here, these suckers. And they're coming down here. So I got him to clear all this mess out for me, and he did a nice job. So we're pulling in here now. And we're gonna get going. All right, friends, here's the job. This one's not the prettiest. These 3, I'm not too concerned about. They're Lombardis. We've got a bit of a breeze blowing. It's not blowing exactly where I want it, straight down that way, but it's blowing this way, across this way. So it'll pick those trees up, and if I keep my holding wood high on the back side, on the fence side, it'll hang up high on the field here. But if I cut my wood off the high side, which is behind, then I probably, this is actually a big tree. It's probably 3.5, 4 foot right here. That's large. But you see what I'm saying? Look at this one. This is not pretty, this one. I'll be very honest. This could almost use a rope. This one's gonna be very interesting. I don't, oh yeah, it's got a lean too, friends. So we're not sure with this one yet. What I'm gonna do with this one. I may get these 3 first and see how this goes. Cause this thing's leaning hard back. There's a belly bow in the wood plus the limbs, so it's got to go here. So we'll figure it out. Beautiful. So yeah, see that there. We're just gonna have to go like this. Here's our undercut. Pretty nice. Just got to clean up a little bit on the far side there. Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing good. This was a on a whim thing. You see this what I'm doing here? I'm over there, I'm up against the fence, there's no way I'm getting in there. I may as well scribe a line so that when I throw my back cut in, I can see where I hit the tree so I know if I'm going to line up with my undercut. That's all we're doing there. So friends, friends, I just marked it over there. So because the way this is, with the fence and everything, sorry, see the fence? I can't get there. So I'm not worried about these. They're leaning in the hole nice. But I'm trying to slip it by the walnut, or pardon me, the willow and the garden there, kind of right in there. But because I was over there, see, I just thought I'd scribe that line right there, friends. See that? A little scribe while I'm over there. Right to here, see? I'm gonna clean a little bit of this. It's pretty clean all the way through. But I am gonna just clean this up. There's like a 3/4 inch Dutchman right there. Just gonna clean it. Okay, tree going down.
So friends, if you're not used to these big trees and you know, getting around and not knowing where your wood is, it takes time. But in a scenario like this, the high wood is at the fence. That's where the high wood is. I'm in the low wood right now, because the tree does lean out that way, like towards me and in. But the high wood is where the fence is, but that's the wood that's holding it from not hitting the targets out the front there. So that's why I scribe that line, so I can see what's going on over here. So you've got to make sure you leave a post there. So friends, let's switch over to the GoPro here for a minute. I got something to talk to you about.
Let's see how we guessed. Pretty close, friends. I think we're gonna be good. So, because I'm almost level with my cut, I can just twist my wrist a bit. Okay, yeah, see, there we go. There's our wood right there.
See friends, that's why you don't commit to a bunch of wood. You notice how I stay on the outskirts of the stump all the way around to go eat up that far wood first, get that post set up over there. But what I mean by twisting your wrist is you can manipulate the saw in bigger wood like that to change that undercut, or pardon me, that back cut going in. You see, there we go. So let's go back to the other camera now and you can watch what I done there.
There's one down. All right, so this is what we got. You see? So I left a post up there to keep it, because the wind isn't blowing straight into direction, friends. The wind is blowing this way. It just is. So we leave a post. It's Lombardy. It's like nothing. It pulls. It's like toilet paper, this stuff. Okay, so beautiful piece of hinge all the way across the stump. I came in, I scribed a line, which you'll see right, where's my scribe's on the tree, okay? My scribe is on the tree, as you'll see right there. See, there it is there. There's my scribe. But I was a little low, but as you saw, you can actually, on a big tree like that, especially cedars, you can twist your wrist in your cut and just get that up to line up. We lined up perfect, friends. Next tree.
Oh, friends, that sure felt... Oh, hi, babe. That sure felt good to be out cutting. The arm did okay. It did okay, and I'm not pushing it. I just on it a little bit here. Friends, I want to talk about something right now. It was brought to my attention. There was a recent video. I don't know the guy. A video was brought to my attention. And some folks asked me to have a look at it. And I don't know who he is. Nice young fella, seems like it. He was out cutting trees, and he had a stick. He got whacked. He got whacked real good. He's lucky to be alive. He had a I don't know what his hard hat was. I don't know what... I don't think it would have been, you guys have OSHA down there, it's called, or something. We have compensation up here. It's called WCB. And hard hats, they wear out. They're plastic and they get brittle and they have to be thrown away. And so I don't know what any of that is, but this isn't about his hard hat, okay? This is about a couple other things. And I'm going to share my opinion. A gentleman asked me what I thought of this. I'm not going to point out the video. But it was a video that a gentleman was cutting trees, and he got hit. He got hit with something, and it hit him right on the head. And he got up and carried on with his day. But friends, I hesitate on saying, as you can tell, I'm struggling saying stuff because I don't get away from the stump that as much as I should. I'm bad at it, even though I preach it, but what I preach more than anything, because I'm not just falling out in the bush. That tree that fellow was falling, it didn't matter where it went. He was falling it out. Here's the deal. Listen to this. It was tied up into other timber. So what does that tell you? First off, if it's tied into other timber, there's stuff coming down. Plain and simple. Right now. So he was way away from the stump, friends. He was way away from the stump. He left. But guess what he did? He went straight back. He went straight back. So they tell you to go on a 45-degree angle for a reason. Now, this isn't me beating this man up. This is not... like I said, I didn't talk to him. This video was brought to my attention, and someone said for me to look at it, and they were asking, what could I have done different, or what could he... This and that. Well... Friends, there is a protocol for this type of thing. Looking up, this is why I say to guys who think they're cool looking at their kerf and watching their trees go. And I'm not good for getting away from the stump because I'm always shooting in holes. I'm not even going to justify it right now. I'm not that good at it. And I've paid the price for it a couple times. But here's the deal. He went straight back from the tree. He didn't go 45. And if he had been looking up, he'd have seen that stick coming down at him. He was looking at his tree fall. He was back, straight back from the tree, probably looking back or whatever. Regardless, he wasn't looking up because he would have, if he was looking up, he'd have seen it. And another thing, if he had been going on a 45, he wouldn't have got hit. So they say go on 45s for a reason. Friends, okay? And they say look up for a reason. I've stood there on the stump several times, a couple times this year already, stood on the stump with my head straight in the air, deacon limbs out. I've done it. I'm not proud of it. I'm not. Friends, I've been hit. Okay, I've been hit bad. I've almost died a couple times falling timber. But this was brought to my attention, and I'm talking about it because the guy asked me to. So I'm not mentioning any names. I'm not doing nothing. Friends, one of the main things I say is watch the crowns, not your kerf or not your tree. I see where my tree's going, and as soon as it's on its way or out there, boom. I do it in this video. So that's not good for the GoPro footage, I know, but I don't care about that. That's why I take a couple different views. The GoPro, that's for different things. I've done it where I've tried to get shots from my GoPro by looking at, that's a fear of this doing videos for YouTube and for entertainment purposes. Friends, please, please. I know cutting trees is fun, and I know it's exhilarating, and I know it's this and that. Please look up. That gentleman got so lucky. He got so lucky. He was not looking up, or he would have seen it coming, and he didn't go out on 45s. He was way away from the stump. He was probably 20 feet away from the stump. Point is, he still got hit. I don't know where he was looking because you couldn't see him when he got hit, but I'll bet you he was looking at his tree. I'm telling you, friends, please look up. Just look up. So this was a whim for me, friends, doing this job. I went down there to assess it. I asked him to clean all the bramble out of there and stuff, and he did a great job. Thank you for that, my friend. And it was 3:30. I started that job at 3:30. Ran home, grabbed my saws, and I put a fresh grind on them. I got a grind on my grinder right now, friends. It's deadly. So anyways, cutting again. Loving it. Arms feeling okay. Not bad. That new skinny handled axe, I think I'm going right now. Mind you, I got that steel. Friends, I got to go cut that steel into 3 or 4, like 4 footers. It's 12s right now, so I'm going to go, I don't know how, I'm going to go down and find some torches somewheres or get out the grinder and go old school on it, but I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it somehow. So, sorry about the wobblies here. But I hesitated talking about that guy cutting that tree down because actually a couple people asked me, they sent me the video, and they asked me what he could have done different, and that's what he did what he did. He's lucky. He's lucky. We're all lucky. So this ain't me standing on a horse saying this and that and this and that, because I don't get away from the stump as much as I should. I know that. Don't do what I do, freak around. But you'll notice my head's cracked up a lot. Not a justification, just a fact. Not very good reasons, and not excuses neither. Anyway, friends, that's enough. Listen, work hard, be honest, and most of all, be kind. Let's be kind. And I'll catch you on the next video. There's not enough room for me even to start because of my style of my video. I like to share what I'm doing on the stump. It's not undercut, backcut rock and roll music here. That's not what it is. So we got 3 more big trees to go. And I'll see you on the next video, friends. Thanks so much. Hit the thumbs up for me. Pop into buckandbillyray.com for your Get the Gullet t-shirts and patches and your ball caps. We are trying our best for a buck in stock right now, friends. We got our minds on it. It's all dependent on mandates, friends. It's just simply what it is. It's all dependent on travel. Love yous all. Be kind.